We got a shipment here at the BDH. I can't tell you what's inside of it, but let's just say it's gonna go right here in this area. And let's just say there's gonna be some big monitors. There's gonna be a chair, a steering wheel. What do you think it is, chat? What do you think it is? It's a big old box. And well, we're gonna turn it up here in the BDH real soon. We got stuff going on. We got that going on. That's gonna get installed hopefully next Monday. We got Jake. Rake Trade's gonna be here on Tuesday. The setup's looking good. We had Kyle here yesterday. Things are popping off at the BDH. And well, we got work to do. So come along, a little mini vlog. What am I doing right now here at the BDH? Let's go, let's go. My GT3 RS. I got bad news. I'm not excited, but sometimes you gotta do things that you don't wanna do in life. I don't know if you noticed, that's my old truck. She gone. But there's my Lamborghini STO that also was just sold. I'm selling cars so that I can buy more toys. This guy, he's like, Patrick, you should get a 4Runner. So much better than a Porsche. And I was like, are you sure? No, it makes sense. Not to women though. You can't have a woman driving a brand new fucking Escalade and they'd be like, here's a 4Runner.
We didn't think about it.
Even his wife was like, you're a fucking moron. Look at that thing. That's a nice looking truck.
Very nice.
Sold easy?
Yeah. No, the guy was super cool. He actually thought I was a scammer.
You are a scammer.
That's what I told him to do. I said it was smart that you showed up here and came and looked at the truck to make sure it's real. But
Damn. I kind of wanted to buy it back.
We'll put another one.
God. I had that vanity plate for 1 fucking week. Don't make vanity plates that are model specific. I mean, it's fucking mint. It's got 1,100 miles on it. Those are aero discs that mount on there. Carbon fiber. Like they sell that from Porsche.
I see the wheel behind it.
Yeah, it's the same as that wheel. All these toys, all these cars, everything that I buy, like you get a little bit of a sentimental value to them, you know, but then at the same time, it's like money is king, you know, and I need more cash. So it's like I have these cars, I bought them, you know, all cash, and it's like now I want to get the cash out of them. Maybe I'm kind of selling at a good time when the market is good, and then it pulls back, and then I can buy the dip. More money for the business, more money for the boat, more money to do other stuff. I've got this car, I've got the 765, I've got the GT500, I got the Lamborghini Aventador, I've got the G-Wagon. That's 5 cars. You know, I've traded cars for other cars and like always kind of like got other stuff when I traded in or I sold a car, but this will be the first car that I've bought straight up with cash, and then now I'm selling it. Weird feeling, man. Kind of like a girlfriend. I don't even know what it's like, but yeah, here we are. I'm gonna back up in there, I guess. Oh God, it hurts.
You're not gonna try.
I'm gonna try. I might. By the way, if you want to buy my GT3 RS, it'll be for sale. Buywithburke.com. I'll post it up at some point. But what do you got? What the f? But why do they paint those fucking yellow? Ew.
It makes 1,200 horsepower.
Is it fast? Faster than that? No. Nobody's as fast as me. Fast to buy and fast to sell. Like I said, I need cash for, you know, $500,000 boat. Do you go get more loan when you know that you have just a pile of cash sitting here? If I ever get to a point where I really miss this car, it's one phone call and I'll have one within an hour. It's not like this 765 where you gotta look all over the country and really put a lot of effort into it. This car's, there's a decent amount of them out there. I did have a little moment where I was like, fuck, should I just like flip the 765? I think the 765 is cooler than this car. I learned a good lesson. In the future, don't put the model of the car on your license plate. Let's show the process of working with behind the scenes. How am I gonna get home now? We're trying to figure out what to price the GT3 RS. Look at the, it's a 23.
Let's take a look. So we'll take a VIN. We say average price is $384. I don't know if silver is a good color with red.
They don't want those seats.
No, I think yours would be more comfortable.
Well, because they're adjustable. My goal here, honestly, is to sell this car now. I think the supercar market is going to come down in the next like 6 to 8 months. You got to think about it. Like, who's buying these cars? Upper middle class people, and they're going to get hit the worst. But like, if we get to that point where like we're in a recession, are people still going to be paying $200,000 over MSRP on these cars? I don't know. All these cars were above 400.
Well, it's like when we talked
like
about
380, 390 was
yeah. Like when we talked about, I said they're going to come down. I think they were doing like 420, 430. And, I mean, you bought it right at the time, but
I mean, I got mine for 383. So like, I think if somebody's looking for a black car with PPF on it, this is the fucking best one on the market.
There aren't any.
Like, I'd rather put it at 380 and then you get phone calls.
It's like with the STO. It's like first offer, sometimes your best offer.
How does that work as a business?
2 different ways to do it. You can get a floor plan, it's called, or you can use your own capital.
Yeah.
But most dealers will use floor plan, but the interest rate's crazy.
What's the highest mileage?
GT3 RS for sale, 3,600. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
That's low.
And it's still at 400, pretty much 400,000.
393. Yeah, like most dealers will put the VIN into Manheim. It's called MMR, but pretty much it'll give you a value of all the cars in the United States that have sold. But this car with this miles roughly is what they sell for. So it's not always accurate because it doesn't tell you if it's been an accident. It just tells you the price it's sold for, the miles, and where it's sold for.
Oh wow, so maybe 385. You know what? 384.99.
There we go. You gotta hit them with that.
You got the 99.
Yeah.
And we tell them, look, we're not gonna f around. Send 380 right now or shut the f up.
Shut the f up.
That's how Burke does his deals. I've been working with Jason now for, what is it? Probably about a year. He bought one of my trucks from a dealer that I traded in that I got f***ed on. If I would have brought you that truck, I would have got a way better deal.
Let me just say something with this. I messaged
you. Did. You're like a girl on my Instagram.
I told my wife that I said, this guy's gonna be a great customer of mine.
How did you know?
Patrick's just a one-of-a-kind person. I bought the truck just to prove a point, so I posted and I sent you a picture of it.
Yeah.
Just to say, look, I bought your truck, but I still sold it, made money.
Yeah.
And I took it back on trade. Again, I just sold it again.
You got to know your customer base.
The customers that I deal with love cool stuff. I've done a bunch of your cars.
You got to hit them up. He gets you financed, get you in the door, get you out the door.
No, I think this will be an easy sell.
Truck, car, whatever it is. What would be some tips that you tell people? Like, what should they look for?
You pretty much need to just call and confirm, ask them for a purchase order, ask them for a breakdown of what the car is, like out the door numbers, so you don't waste your time going over there, they don't run your credit, you're kind of just prepared.
Dealer warranties, they always try to upsell. Pass or
I would say pass.
Yeah.
Especially if you're getting like a new car, you already have a factory warranty. I would say.
That's like, well, that's how the big dealers make money, right?
Correct.
I mean,
like I do the opposite. You know, like I make the whatever I make on the car, but like to me, for the financing, I try to give customers my buy rate.
He got me the best financing rate that I've ever gotten on a car.
I think another tip: get your own financing.
Yeah.
You know, say like
go to a local credit union.
Go to a local credit union, and like I said, even if you take the paperwork to the dealer, match it. So at least you have like a start to where your car is worth, and then you call Buy with Burke 954-805-0305, and I pay you more money for your car every single time.
As someone who has bought and sold thousands of cars and been in the business for your whole entire life, if you're gonna buy a car for like you as a guy, who are you gonna buy?
We got trucks, SUVs, cars.
Okay.
For trucks, I'm gonna still say a Ford 100%.
All right, so you did the trucks, you got the Fords.
All right, so now
SUVs.
I have a kid and a wife, but the Cadillac Escalade V.
Yeah.
That is the best overall driving, most comfortable.
What do you think about just a normal Escalade?
Still awesome.
All right, so you got the Escalade. Car. You're a 25-year-old dude, right? You work in a bank or whatever normal job, and you just want a nice car.
Probably like an M5. A BMW M5 would be great. I want to do a Mercedes.
I feel like those M3s, like.
But you know what? You're right though. As a 25-year-old, an M3 is a great car.
You know, there's always like that rule, like you shouldn't buy something that you can't basically afford. Like, how do you look at that?
But I just ask them. I'm like, you realize your payment's X. You show you make X.
Yeah.
Number-wise, you're stretching. And some people are like, this is what makes me happy. This is what I want to do. And every deal, I still tell people my personal insight with it, and I feel like that's maybe why I have a good repeat.
The best is how many times he's told me not to buy a car. I'll be like, hey, I want to buy it. He's like, no, you don't want to buy it. I'm like, come on. He's like, don't buy it. I'm like, God damn it.
I feel like I'm like your
my fairy godmother.
Yes.
Fairy godbrother.
The evil one to you, but really I'm the nice one on the one side. You just don't like what I say half the time. I tell people like you work hard and that's what you enjoy.
And I looked at it like I told the camera earlier. I was like, I wanted to buy a car. I went out and bought it cash. And then it's like, if I get out, it's all just cash coming back to me. It's not like I have all these payments. You buy a $380,000 car, then you get to talk to Jason.
Yeah. Honestly, you could buy anything. You buy a $50,000 Toyota 4Runner.
Whatever you do, don't do that.
I'm very sorry, Victoria. I feel bad.
Last question for the people out there. What makes people come back to you?
You know, I just try to make the experience fun and exciting and giving you all the information I can.
Yeah.
And then you choose what you want to do with it.
Last question. Is there any cars to just don't touch?
Any of these electric cars.
Yeah. There's a little insight from the man, the myth, the legend, Jason Burke here, owner and CEO. Buywithburke.com. Hit him up. Planes, boats. He's got boats. He's got it all. Hit him up. He can figure out something to deal with it. He'll talk to you.
I'll just talk.
Become your best friend, you know. If you're looking for a friend, you can do that as well. So, hey, always a pleasure.
Thank
you.
Appreciate it.
All right, we're back. No more Porsche. Just a G-Wagon. You know, as much as I wanted to keep that car forever, realistically, I probably could have, you know, figured it out and made it work. But at the same time, like I said, I think we're timing the market at a good place. Sell now when I feel like the market's got a little bit of weakness. I can always rebuy a very similar car in the future. Still don't want to sell it. Like, I'm still in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna go back and get it. It'll get sold and we'll find something else to do. And there it is, just a little behind the scenes. This is what we're doing here at the BDH. Moving cars, making business, letting you guys see behind the scenes, talking to some other business owners and maybe get some advice. Hit up my guy, Jason, right here in South Florida. Actually, he can ship a car anywhere in America. It's buywithburke.com. He does not pay me. He's a good friend of mine. Buywithburke.com. You can send him a message on Instagram as well. He's always got cars coming and going, so if there's something that you're looking for. And again, I would never promote someone that like I don't trust and or I don't use personally. I use him for all of my car deals. And check it out, BDH, we're moving cars. We got boxes, we got stuff going on. We're living, baby. Talk to y'all later on.